then the other thing that I put in here is this morning when I was talking to you, my report card. And so the next part of my listing presentation would be to explain to the seller about how important communication is. And then I tell them the stories about going to talk to other people who would like to list their home, but their home did not sell. And I asked what is the main reason, and they all feel that it was communication. Really, they say that they don't say communication, but what they say is that the person listed their home and they never heard from them again. And so I say I don't want to have that, so I want to have a report card. And they already know that I have an easy exit agreement so that they know that they can get out of the transaction. But on the 25th day, I want them to answer these questions. And I say, are you satisfied with the showing activity? Okay, now again, you have to be skill-based and have knowledge. You need to know that they've had 10 showings, 10 really good showings. A good showing is someone who would really buy the house. Not the neighbor down the street who just wanted to look at the decorating and the staging that we did, and not the relocation person who doesn't have a job, but really 10 really good people who come in, then they should have had an offer. So we talked about this beforehand. And then we talked about, are you satisfied with our marketing? And then I go into all of the things that we're going to do in our marketing. And then we have a transaction platform. I use Settlement Room, which means that the client can watch the whole transaction as it happens. And so that gets through email to them. And then I have little business cards. They look like a business card, but they have the house, the picture of the house on it. And we make those for the client. And the client needs to give those to people. So we ask, how many of those cards? Because this is a partnership. Tell people this is a partnership that we're working together. And then, are you satisfied with the communication? Now, sometimes what we find is that, they told us only one needed the communication, but really the other person is out in the dark without the other spouse. So sometimes we learn at that point that we need to correct some of these things. And we start off when we have this interview, this time, they come back into the office, so they get this 25 days after, and then they come in and they make an appointment. We make an appointment with them, and they come in on that 30th day, and I sit there in my conference room with my 32-inch monitor, and now I go over all of the things that have happened since we've taken the listing. All of the showings we talk about again, even though they've gotten that. I show them, are you having any problem with Settlement Room, being able to unfold and watch your transaction? And then we talk about the marketing. We've sent you, Realtor.com, we've sent you the visual tour, hits that you've had. And most of the time, I think people get this stuff. We do snail mail and internet-based things and email that, they don't even look at it. But now this is the time that we can kind of regroup. And then again, I give them those choices. First of all, I want to know if you're happy with us. You're happy with me? Are we doing what we said we were going to do? And so we get this reconfirming. And then we go through and then we look to either reposition their house, or maybe it's just like waiting a few more, another week or another 2 weeks, and we just kind of watch this. And I'm a good forecaster of the market, so I read and I listen. So I kind of give them a forecast of what I think about the market, how I see things, and I say, my job is not to tell you what to do. My job is to lay down all the facts and figures today. So that's what we're going to do. So anyway, I hope that helps you.